We're on. Yay!
Hey, welcome. Welcome to Beauty Secrets tonight with myself and my friend Tanya Beach. Tanya has been building her business and has 23 years of experience. And I'm so excited to say, oh my gosh, I am 37 years in this awesome company. So we're going to have some
Absolutely.
fun tonight. And we're going to talk about it's all about the bass. Y'all know that song. Who sings that, Tanya?
All about that face. Oh,
I,
I know. Is it?
I can't.
Yeah, I
Megan
know.
Trainer. Megan.
Yes, yes.
Yeah, yes. Anyway, so it's all about the bass. So what we would love for you to do, we're going to take just a second. Everybody's going to check their phones. Get on. I have three monitors in front of me. Let me make sure that I'm on the right page. And I want to say this as you're jumping on, would you please leave us a quick little comment so that we know you're here? And would you tag your Mary Kay Beauty consultant so she knows that you're here? We definitely don't want to miss anybody. So if you're jumping on with us, hold on, let me shut my phone down just a little bit so I can get on. And if, like I said, if you're watching us back by replay, hey, just type in the comments, hashtag replay. So tonight is about foundations, creating a flawless look. And between Tanya and I, we're going to bring you so much scoop. You're just going to be overwhelmed. So the very first thing that I want to say in talking about foundations, okay, ladies, I know y'all know it's all going to start with good looking skin. Okay. So again, makeup is always going to look better on healthier skin. So we're going to first say and endorse that it is so important that you be using a skincare system daily, twice in the morning, twice a day, in the morning and at night. Because like I said, taking good care of your skin, it's not just about foundations and a pretty lipstick. It really starts with a good skincare. Then what we're going to teach you tonight with foundations and other great tips and tools, then it's going to look flawless. Do you agree, Tanya?
Absolutely. You wait till y'all get to the end. Woo! Y'all gonna look
Exactly.
fabulous.
So we have so many foundations. We have so many flawless products. And so I'm going to ask my friend Tanya to take it at this point. She's going to tell you a little bit about our, what do I call this? It's like age defying. Okay. So immediately every woman just perked up. But this is our age defying skincare line. And so, Tanya, tell us a little bit about these foundations.
You got it. I will love to tell you. Okay, first of all, we have lots of foundations. So we are going to tell you about all different ones. But what I'm going to be talking about today is our time wise matte and luminous foundations, which are only $25. I mean, that's ridiculous. So what Mary Kay did is they found out they created a very exclusive IntelliMatch technology to find your true shade. Because how many of you guys have gone out there and tried to figure out what shade it is? I mean, sometimes it's kind of hard. Well, Mary Kay created a system where you can actually go in there, answer a few questions, and it will give you a good match of which foundation in the Mary Kay world you should be using. Now, to improve your shade accuracy, they're going to ask about skin tones. You know, do you burn? Do you not? Do you like this luminous or matte feel? All these questions that you're going to do. Now, what's going to happen is these little right here. This is what I'm talking about, the matte and luminous. So they're formulated and it's patent pending. It's time wise miracle set 3D skincare products that help with anti aging. And so when it's patent pending, nobody else can make this product here. And I tell you what, these two are on trend because it's 12-hour long wearing finishes. No matter what look that you're looking for, this is what you're going to get. Okay, so I am going to make myself a little bit bigger here. Just give me a second. That way you can see what I'm talking about. Okay. So the first one, oh, and also here's something that I found out, and I didn't even know this as I was doing my research, that you know that the blue light, and you know why? Because the blue light that we get from our computers, because we're all on our computers, we're on our iPads, all that creates skin damage. So what they put on here, that 3D complex will help bring back those lights back, reflects those lights back to the computer so it does not age our skin. And that stuff is in these products, which is amazing. because you cannot tell me that you're not on your phone or your iPad or your or anything like that, right? Okay, so what does the mat do? The mat's going to be for my oily control. It's going to oil control. So if you like that matte look and kind of that flat look, this is for you. Maybe you're very oily. You don't need any more any cream feeling. It is fabulous. Okay, and if you're going to do luminous, you're going to have more. You want more of a dewy look. A dewy look is great for just looking a little bit younger. Some of our older women, mature women, we need a little bit more of that dewy look. So we look a little bit younger, like you guys that are younger too. So all of this has the age-defying formula with the moisturizing benefits. So luminous and matte. That is what I got for you. And I wanted to show you, I'm going to share with you really fast. This is really cool. Mary Kay did for us. Here we go. Check this out. So here is this lady. Let me go back here. This lady is wearing the matte foundation. So here is just a bare skin. Let me see if I can make it a little bit bigger for you guys. And then if I go all over here, and you'll see the difference with foundation and without. Isn't that amazing? That's with the matte. And if I want luminous, you see how it looks a little bit dewier? And there she goes. Because some people say, well, I don't use foundation. You guys, this is very light wearing foundation. It is amazing. And like I said, I didn't even show you guys, this is only $25. Now, one of the things that I didn't share with you, and let me stop sharing here, is this fabulous sponge, blending sponge. I just put a little bit on the back of my hand, and it's like a sponge. Look at that. Oh, and it feels fabulous, puts it on flawlessly, and great stuff. This is only $16 and your foundation's $25. And I don't know, Carla, are you going to tell them about that brush? Because I don't have it in front of me.
I do. I'm going to talk about it. Oh my God.
Okay.
Yes. Okay. So now I get to talk to you about CC creams. Okay. What in the world is CC creams? Okay, first off, they are and I want to make sure that I get all the scoop for you. It is a lightweight coverage. So I want to tell you why my customers love this. First off, it's like a tinted moisturizer. Okay, if you're looking for that hardly any foundation look, okay, if you are outside and you're in a maybe you sweat a lot. I just want to tell you, this is your foundation. Okay. Now, the great thing about this is our only foundation that has an SPF. So you are getting a foundation, very lightweight, but yet you are getting an SPF of 15, which is going to protect your skin against UVA and UVB rays. So it's a broad spectrum foundation. The thing I want to tell you is it has 8 benefits. Okay. 8 benefits to using a CC cream. Okay. First off, it's going to protect your skin. It's going to, against the UVA and UVB rays, just like I talked about, it's going to brighten the skin, okay? It amplifies, and I love the look of it. I always wear CC cream over my matte wear that Tanya just talked about, but it brightens the complexion. Now, I want to give you some statistics here. 95% of women who use CC cream says that it evens out the skin tone. Okay, who doesn't want even tone skin? Also, too, 87% said that instantly their skin was more luminous. And it does. It has that airbrush look. But yet, again, it's like wearing a tinted moisturizer. Okay, the third thing it does is it corrects with lightweight coverage. Okay, that's why it's called CC cream. Okay, 93% of women said that it feels very lightweight on the skin. 93%. So that's a good perspective. 92% said that it made their skin look healthier. And 79% said that it made their skin look perfect. Okay, now, it also minimizes redness. Now, if you're like me, I'm plagued with having redness in my skin due to rosacea. So that is a perk behind this foundation. Again, and it conceals, okay? Hello, we're all wanting a foundation with a concealer in. It instantly conceals the appearance of blemishes. It also conceals dark circles in and around the eye area. It blends beautifully into the skin tone. It soothes and nourishes acne-prone skin and calms troubled skin. Oh my gosh, what a great deal. Now, it also hydrates. It's going to hydrate the skin for up to 10 hours. It reduces visible signs of aging. I think that is one of the things that my customer loves the most. With the illumination, okay, and the softness and the blendability, what it does is it protects the skin, and yet it keeps the skin from looking as though you have fine lines and wrinkles. That is a big, big perk, okay? It also, like I said, it hydrates for up to 10 hours. It defends against skin damaging free radicals. And just like Tanya talked a little bit about, there is so much out there in the environment daily that just damages our skin. So who is this foundation for? This foundation is for that woman that wants a very light look, feel like she's wearing nothing, just a very natural look. Also, my customer that has worn a tinted moisturizer before. Remember, this is the only one that has a UVA, UVB ray protection of 15%. Now, this is the brush. This is called a foundation brush, okay? And you can see that it's angled here. Foundation brush, this is going to retail for $14, I believe, and I'm so sorry I did not even pull that up because I have my other special brush that I want to share with you. Foundation brush is $14. But let me tell you what, Mary Kay has an amazing brush right now that is available whenever you purchase the matte wear or time wear luminous or matte wear foundation. And this is the one, check this out. It has the little hearts on it, okay? And it is in the shape of a heart. It's angled just like our other foundation brush here. And guess what, ladies? You get this brush for only $5 right now. Now, let me tell you, there will always be specials in Mary Kay. And this special happens to be going right now. It is very limited edition. So it may not be something that we have later. Also, too, I want to tell you on this that when you purchase this brush for $5, that $1 is that of that $5 is going back into the Mary Kay Charitable Ash Foundation for fight against cancers that affect women and domestic violence. So, oh my gosh, this is what we call our give back product. Again, CC cream for the win. Now, my next foundation that I get to tell you a little bit about is going to be our cream to powder, okay? And you'll see here, these are how I demo them in my studio, okay? And we have, oh my gosh, 16 amazing shades in this. And so let's talk a little bit about this. This is a very different foundation. We used to have, remember, I've been in Mary Kay 37 years. We had what was called a day radiance, and it came in a compact, and our women loved it. And they loved it because it was easy to apply. It was creamy. Guess what? This is going to go on creamy, just like our previous day radiance did. But why women love this? It's so simple to use and goes on creamy for an easy application, but it dries to a satiny powder finish, okay? Now, it's a very stay true, okay? So if you're that woman that wants to apply her makeup one time, one and done, the cream to powder foundation would be your best bet. Now, I think I forgot to mention, too, that our CC creams that I showed a while ago retail for $22. I think Tanya scrolled that across the bottom. And this foundation, our cream to powder, is going to retail for $20. If you're looking for a foundation that helps you with shine control, this is definitely your go-to. Also, too, it is heat and humidity resistant. That is another big perk about this. Again, 16 shades, and it is a buildable coverage, okay? So the thing I love about it is if you're just looking for that light, flawless finish, just a little bit, you will achieve that look. Now, if you're wanting a little bit more coverage, you, again, can just apply another layer right on top of it. Like I said, it is a buildable coverage for you. It's transfer resistant. Oh my gosh, ladies, you know, we never want that foundation to end up on our collar. So it is transfer resistant and it will not rub off or streak. Okay. Like I said, it's one and done. Put it on and go. It is non-drying, very velvety. And I want to tell you, I just love when I wear that. It is a great, what I call a summertime foundation. Now, if you're looking for a long wearing foundation, let's talk about the customers that would love this foundation. Again, long wearing, it's you're in your amen corner. If you live in a hot or humid environment, or maybe you work in a hot and humid environment, that would be a go-to. If you always want your skin to look photo ready, okay, that is amazing. That's why this foundation is used so much in bridal shots. If you have a busy schedule and you have a little bit of time to apply makeup, again, another big part. Also, too, it's very easy to transport. If you are the woman that carries your foundation, you want to touch it up, not talking about a pressed powder, this would be your foundation. It's very easy to carry it on the go. So again, that is your cream to powder. These are our beige, our ivory and beige shades, and you can tell, oh my gosh, they are a customer favorite as well. Okay. All right. So now I think we're going to talk a little bit about the foundation primer. Okay. Foundation primer. Oh my gosh. I'm going to tell you what. Few of us have perfect skin. Okay. I don't know about you. I do not. And so I need all the help I can get. Now, this is a must-have product. Okay. Let me say too, and I do want to go back. I think she covered in my CC creams. They were a bestseller. Well, guess what, ladies? Our foundation primer is another bestseller. Okay. And love this. This is going to retail for $20. And again, you will see that it has that brand that is recommended for skin cancer daily use because it has an SPF of 15. So you are protected against UVA and UVB rays using a broad spectrum. Now, the other thing too, it does have a patent pending oil-free formula. So anybody can wear foundation primer. I always say, it helps reduce fine lines and wrinkles. But the main thing you're going to love about this is the staying power. Okay. Again, it dries to a very lightweight matte finish. Okay. So before applying any foundation, you can take your blending sponge. You can take that blending our blending sponge, our blending brush, or you can apply it with your hands as well. But just a thin coat all over the skin will give your foundation an extra staying power. Again, the SPF, anytime you can build and add SPF, you're automatically that much better. Okay. And next, I think we're going to talk a little bit about what is next.
It's
under eye correctors and concealers.
Yeah. All right, you guys. So I'm going to talk about concealing now. So we've talked about all the foundations. So to make that flawless look, we want to put that foundation primer that Carla just talked about, your favorite foundation, no matter which one, and then you can conceal. And then Carla and I were talking about, well, do you do under eye corrector first? Do you do concealer first? You know what? We have been through a lot of training with different makeup artists, and each one of them have their own way of doing it. So find out what works for you. But one tip before you do concealer is if you are doing concealer with powder, definitely want to do concealer first and then put the cream to powder in afterwards. Does that make sense? Because you don't want to mix powder and creamy, it'll turn into mud. It just gets a little crazy. But let me tell you about our concealers, because guess what? Another MK bestseller. Woo woo. All right. So let me tell you why you're going to love that perfect concealer. First of all, there is, I think, let me see how many shades are there. Did you see? We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 shades in concealers. So our goal is to match you as close as we can with your shade. But this is a very lightweight formula that allows you to conceal and camouflage with creamy, crease-proof coverage while light diffusing. We want that diffusing technology that we have in Mary Kay to put in there so to help blur the appearance of fine lines and wrinkles and skin discoloration. So you can achieve that flawless finish look that we want, right? Don't we want that, desire that? So it helps hide the appearance of redness. So if you have redness, this is another little fun thing to use. So your skin will feel more, look more even. It's what we want. So it's multi-benefit. It's multifunctional marvel. Woo! Plus, it's buildable and blendable. I use our cream foundation, cream colored brush, and I put it on there. Sometimes I use my finger, but it dries really quick, and you can just put it on the go and run. So this concealer will have cover-ups for age spots, blemishes, shadowy areas, puffy, puffy eyes, whatever, and it will just make you beautiful all day long. It is amazing. Okay, so this is our concealer. Now, our corrector, which is one of my favorites, because I have a little bit of dark circles, even though I don't want to admit it, but I do. So this is going to help you wake up your tired looking eyes. I mean, who doesn't want that? I'll tell you what, every time I have a customer come over and we try this on, they're like, oh, I don't need this. I say, honey, let's put this on one eye. And I just do it on myself on one side and then not the other. And they're like, okay, I need this. It's specifically designed to for your under eyes use, because people are like, well, what's the difference between this and the concealer? Well, this has a peach tone to it, and it helps take away that bluish purple circles that we get underneath our eyes and conceal it. But it also feels a little bit different. It's much lighter, but it's designed for that area. It's recommended to use matching skin tone concealer to neutralize your dark shadows. So that peach is what they found that works the best for those areas. So now the under eye corrector is $16 and our concealers are $16 and they last a long time because a little bit goes a long ways. Okay, so we're going to talk about powders, I think, next. So we're going to bring Carla back in.
We are. Okay, so now we've moved into those flawless product tips, okay? And so all of these things, I want to tell you back to that under eye corrector. I call that 10 cups of coffee, 10 cups of coffee in a tube, because let me tell you what, no woman gets enough sleep, and so you must have that. So let's talk about powders. I'm going to start with our most simple. You know, when trying to find a loose powder to match a perfect shade, sometimes that can be difficult. So let me tell you what. Our translucent powder, you can see it's white. I'll never forget when this came out because it reminded me of my grandmother, Summerford. And I remember she always looked like she fell in a talcum box because she had white powder. Well, guess what? Don't fret. It does not look white on the skin. It simply matches any foundation, and it blends in perfectly. It provides a very sheer, very translucent finish for any foundation. Okay, you're good to go. It eliminates the matching for shade matching, okay? And it controls unwanted shine all day long, so you never have to worry about that. It's very lightweight, very velvety. It's like wearing absolutely nothing at all. So now, to ask what customers of mine would like this the best, okay? If you are a woman that wears like a liquid or cream foundation, this would definitely be a plus. Now, I want to show you too the all over powder brush. We're going to talk a little bit about these in just a second, but this is going to be the powder brush that you would use, and just dip it down in here. What I do is then knock it off in the lid, okay? And then you always want to brush down with powder. Don't go back up against the grain of the hair, because that's how it catches. Go down with the natural hair on the face. Just a little bit will set your foundation in the morning. Now, you're going to hear Tanya talk in just a second about some pressed powders. Those are great to carry on the go. The next thing she's going to be talking to you a little bit is about silky setting powders. But if you're looking for something where you don't have to worry about shade foundations matching, this would be your go-to. This is called translucent powder, and it's going to retail for $18. And then, of course, you have your big all-over powder brush. This retails for $16. We're going to talk a little bit about cleaning in a minute, too.
Yay! I know we're going so fast because we have so much to talk about. We want that flawless look. Okay, so setting powders. Yes, we have, can you believe this? We have 12 natural looking shades that match any foundation that you have out there. Even the cream to powder foundation, sometimes I throw on some powder on top of it just because I want that different look. But these are designed to extend your makeup wear. This innovative formula delivers the setting benefits that you want. And you know what I love about these? Because I kind of have a little bit of dry skin. It is emollient based. So it's a plant based emollient. So it's very silky and whispery and light softness. I wish you could just feel it. It is so soft and silky. So it reflects the next generation in high performance powders. I mean, Mary Kay uses the best of the best ingredients to create the best products for us. It's going to give you that flawless look. And of course, we want to match the best color for you. And again, just like the brush that Carla was talking about, it's only $16. And it actually comes with the brush set if you ever buy the brush set. But I love that, and just put it down. And you do want to go downward because there's little hairs on your face, and you want to push them down with your brush. Amazing. Your skin is going to feel great. Now, what I want to talk about next is our pressed powders. And these are mineral pressed powders. And first of all, I want to talk to you about the compact that I put it in. This is our perfect palette. It's $18 and it's customizable for anything. But for today, we have our pressed powder in here. And I love it because once you run out, boop, you put the new one in and you save it. And it's got the mirror so you can run and look at yourself, grab your sponges, which are only $4. And this is my own, so I could use it. And then just, touch up throughout the day. And it is mineral based, so it absorbs any oils that you use. It is phenomenal. I love it. I press on it and it's super good. But we're going to give you some more tips on other ways to you don't want to use this to absorb oils because then you're going to create a muddy look. You want to use the pressed powder just to keep that foundation looking good and fresh all day long. All right, I'm going to bring Miss Carla in. I think you're next, right?
I am. Okay, now let me tell you. I'm going to show you a product when having a meltdown is just not in the cards, okay? And I don't have to tell you, it's getting warmer weather and the temperatures are rising, and sometimes our makeup can have a meltdown. So let's talk about finishing spray. If you have attended any of my training with color products, you always hear me talk about this. This is a must-have. And let me tell you what, this is another one, along with the foundation primer, that's one of Hollywood's best kept secrets, okay? Because if you're wanting your foundation, your look to hold, it's kind of like hairspray for the face. Anyway, it's very soothing. It's very cool. When you start using the finishing spray, it will be one of your must-haves. So what you would do is you can take, before you start any of your foundation and your face has just got skincare on it, and you make a big X while spraying, okay, and then come down the middle. So it's cross, down the middle. And keep it about 8 to 10 inches away from your face as you spray. And again, then when you're completely finished with your look, before you add your mascara, I always say, I think now everybody may have a different opinion, but before you put your actual last layer of foundation on, or your mascara, again, cross, down the middle, okay? And again, this will hold your foundation for an extra, oh my gosh, what does it say? 16 hours. I mean, again, that's one of those, as moms, as busy women with all the hats we wear, we don't have a lot of time to touch up our makeup. So let me give you just a little bit of these statistics. This I found very interesting. Now, these are benefits and claims, okay, from customers. 94% of women said that their makeup looked freshly applied for hours. What woman isn't looking for that? Okay. 92% said that it avoided meltdown of the makeup. Okay. And again, with it getting it good old Texas heat, we know what that's like. 90% of women said that it gave them more confidence in the way their makeup looked throughout the day. And I know so many of my customers say, by lunchtime, I look like I'm not wearing anything, okay? And then 80% said that their skin looked softer or more smoother, and 80% said that my fine lines and wrinkles looked less appearance, okay? So again, foundation primer, it's $20. It's a Texas must-have.
I love it. I love it. I love it. Well, these are also a must have too, because, you know, it gets a little hot and humid around here. So I am going to talk about those oil mattifier and what I call, well, the oil mattifier is what I call the unicorn, but the beauty blotters is number 8. Oh, it's at only $8. So hold on. Okay. So let me talk about beauty blotters first, and then I'll talk to you about my little unicorn that I have here. Because what's called unicorns are magical, and I'm going to show you something magical. Okay, so these are oil blotters, you guys. This is like, you know, it's laughing. You know what I call these? It's like those papers that you find in the toilet, in the bathroom, in the public bathrooms, those things that you sit on. So I know it's kind of funny, but it will absorb oils instantly, and so you just use it in the areas that you're feeling a little bit of oily. And it will, you can even put your foundation on and then blot, and it will accumulate the oil, grime, dust, everything that it's, see, look at that, from your skin, and give you that matte finish. Your makeup will stay fresh hours longer just from doing that. Okay, so beauty blotters, only $8, and you get 75 in this little package. Throw them in your purse and bingo. But let me tell you about my little unicorn here. You guys, this oil mattifier unicorn, I call it the unicorn. It's a lightweight formula. It dries to a natural matte finish, and it instantly absorbs oils and controls the shine for at least 8 hours. So you're like, but it looks kind of like a liquid, and it is. It's kind of let me tell you, let me show you. See that? If I rub that, I don't know if you can see that. Hold on. Where's my camera? All right, there it is. So if I rub that on my nose, it's going to absorb any of the oils on my nose, on wherever you're oily, and then it dries up into a matte powdery look. It is amazing. I will use this in my classes, and I always look for the one that has the most oily so you can actually totally see it. You cannot feel the liquid at all. I call it the unicorn. You put this in your purse, and oh my gosh, it is like using your blotters without using the blotters, and bam, you got this going on. Oh, matte look. These are like the little fun little gimmicks that you can put in your purse all day long. Easy weasy. All right. Okay. The oil mattifier is only $20. Beauty blotters are $8. And we got one more thing to share.
I love your unicorn idea. Okay. I've never quite heard it called a unicorn, but I think every woman needs a unicorn. Okay. So now let's talk about these brushes. Okay. We all know that if we're putting powders on or blushes or eyeshadows, that they have a tendency to build up. So ladies, if you're looking for a way to keep your brushes lasting a long time, okay, here you go for the win. This is our brush cleaner. It comes in a big, tall bottle. It is 6 fluid ounces, so you can't take it on an airplane. This is going to retail for $12. So you know that when you're doing this daily, that the oils from your face are accumulating onto your brush. So if you will just take and lightly just mist your brushes, and then I just lay down like a paper towel and wipe it across the paper towel, and then reshape it and lay it up to dry. Okay. So if you'll do this throughout the week, it will preserve and clean and keep your brushes more sanitary. Now, we talked a little bit. Are you going to talk about our unicorn secret for brushes? Tanya, or am I talking about the unicorn secret?
No, you tell them the unicorn secret, because we both use the unicorn secret there.
You know, okay, so let's go back to these foundation brushes, okay? And y'all know, I always say, don't let foundation build up in your brush, okay? This is not a way to save on foundation because you've got a whole tube stored up in here. Think about the bacteria and that's in there. Okay. So we talked about when we were getting this together earlier today, how do you clean your brushes, Tanya? And in conversation, we both came up with the same thing. Yes, daily just spraying them and wiping them away will work. But when you're putting foundation in a brush, it is going to store up in there because it's a little bit more of a consistency. So what we do is we just take and we buy little bottles of Dawn dishwashing soap and just a little bit and rub it in there very good, and then run it with your finger through there under the water. Okay. And then once you feel like you're not seeing any residue of foundation left in there, then again form it, and you want to hang it where the brushes are down. In other words, don't stick it like this because water will seep down in here and cause these brushes to come out. The bristles to come out. So always store it. If it's wet, store your brushes upside down. So the unicorn for brush cleaner on a weekly basis for foundation, your sponges, etc., is going to be Dawn dishwashing soap. Okay. And like we said, just buy that little bottle and keep it in your bathroom. You don't need to go to the kitchen because then you'll get off on another tangent. So again, there you go. We've got the brush cleaner, $12. Again, it's gentle, it's fast drying, and it just preserves the brushes. Y'all know that when we invest in good brushes, we want them to last. Okay. So just $12 enhances that.
All right, ladies. Well, I'm going to wrap all this up because we've gone a little bit over than what we usually do. But thank you for sticking with us because foundation is huge. So how do you find your shade? I didn't go through this earlier, but I'm going to show you. Go to your consultant's website. And if you don't have a consultant, find a consultant at marykay.com or call one of us. We'll take care of you. However, if you go to marykay.com and their website, just click on tips and trends right here. And if you go down, it says here, find your true shade, take the quiz. And just take the quiz. And it will start asking you a few questions. It's really easy, simple. Just answer the questions. And by the time you get to the end, you will be told what color foundation they think that you should go with. And then it might give you two options. And that gives your consultant a place to start with you or some samples to give you so you can get the right shade. Remember, they used IntelliMatch to get the right shade. And so there's like almost, I think, was it 56? I mean, there's a lot of foundation colors that you can choose from. So you want to make sure you use the right one and it's right. And then one last thing before we go, first of all, thank you for supporting us. We love doing these beauty secrets and we're always wondering what we're going to do next. So stay tuned. But I wanted you to know that every product that we talk about, anything that's Mary Kay, it's 100% guarantee. I don't care if you find us or not. I mean, how many of y'all have that little drawer of especially foundations that you bought and did not match you correctly? And you're thinking, oh, I guess I'll just, maybe when I get really dark in the summer, I'll use it. So you might have a foundation during the winter. And yes, you might have a foundation for the summer, or you might have a foundation that you used to use a long time ago when you were a swimmer and now you're not and you're faded. So send that foundation back to your consultant and get the right one. We want you guys to look flawless and fabulous all the time. Yeah. So anything that we need to finish with, Carla? I think we've covered everything.
I think we've covered everything.
Next session.
I do want to say right quick, ladies, we have a 3-year shelf life on foundations, not a 33. Okay. So please, if you're wearing that shade that you wore back in foundation, it is time to update your look.
Now, when it says in the shelf, that means it hasn't been opened. Once you open that foundation, 1 year, especially liquid. Okay. So turn that off. I mean, close it, throw it away. It's going to get cakey. You are not going to get the right look that you got at the beginning of the first time you start using it. So, okay, girls. Well, Beauty Secrets with Carla and Tanya. Y'all have a great evening, night, day, whenever you're watching it. And see you next time.
Thanks.